In a facility in China, a worker was positioned near a conveyor belt system that was actively operating. While attempting to retrieve gloves that had fallen into the moving mechanism, the worker leaned toward the belt, rather than stopping the system. At that moment, the conveyor continued moving, and the worker became caught by the equipment. Nearby personnel responded quickly by stopping the conveyor and securing the area. This incident highlights the importance of fully stopping and isolating conveyor systems before attempting to retrieve dropped items or clear obstructions. In a cotton purchasing station in China, workers were handling a large bale of cotton tied securely for processing when an employee attempted an unsafe method to loosen a tight knot. The worker used an open flame from a lighter, which ignited nearby cotton fibers and rapidly spread fire through the stored material. Other personnel responded quickly to assist and to extinguish the fire, but the incident resulted in the loss of the stored cotton on site. Flammable materials such as loose fibers can ignite even from small flames or sparks, especially under windy conditions. Workplaces should enforce strict no-open flame policies, provide safe cutting tools, and ensure all staff are trained in hazard recognition and fire prevention measures. In a factory workspace, several workers were performing routine tasks when an electric fan was positioned near a wet area. While attempting to reposition the fan, one worker came into contact with the device while standing in water, resulting in an electric shock. Co-workers responded immediately by turning off the fan and ensuring the area was safe. This incident underscores the importance of maintaining electrical equipment away from wet or damp surfaces and ensuring all devices are properly insulated. Workers should never handle electrical appliances while standing in water or with wet hands. Regular workplace inspections, the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, and clear training on electrical hazard awareness can significantly reduce the risk of similar incidents. During a planned infrastructure project at the Planta Potabilizadora Echeverria in Paraná, Argentina, municipal employees were conducting work to connect a new water pipeline when an unexpected release of pressure occurred from an existing pipeline. At the moment the pipe was being cut, residual pressure in the system caused a sudden release of water. Both individuals were reported injured during the incident, and officials confirmed they did not suffer serious harm and are recovering. This event highlights the critical importance of verifying full depressurization of pipelines before beginning any cutting or intervention work. Workers should use calibrated pressure relief methods and confirm zero residual pressure through instrumentation, rather than visual inference alone. In Xi'an, Shanxi Province, a worker was performing maintenance on a robotic machine in an industrial facility. While the equipment remained active, the worker approached the robotic arm to inspect or adjust components. Unexpectedly, the robotic arm moved and made contact with the worker against part of the machinery. Robotic systems can move unexpectedly even during perceived idle moments. Clear signage, mandatory pre-maintenance shutdown checks, and team verification of energy isolation are practical measures that prevent injuries and protect workers around automated equipment. At a construction site in Jiangsu Province, China, workers were conducting overhead lifting operations involving steel pipes suspended by a crane. During the hoisting process, the support frame that guided the load tilted, causing the steel pipe to fall unexpectedly. A worker positioned below attempted to move out of the path of the falling material, but was struck. This event occurred amidst routine material handling on an active construction project. Lifting equipment and support structures must be verified for alignment, load capacity, and secure anchoring prior to use. Workers on the ground should maintain clear communication with crane operators and remain outside the potential drop zone of suspended loads. Inside a cotton processing factory, a worker was assigned to operate a cotton baler as part of routine production activities. The machine was actively compacting material when a minor operational issue was noticed within the Baler chamber. Instead of stopping and isolating the equipment, the worker stepped into the operating area to address the issue while the machine remained energized. At that moment, the baler cycle resumed, and the worker came into contact with the moving components of the machine. This incident illustrates the critical importance of fully shutting down and isolating baler equipment before any inspection, adjustment, or troubleshooting is attempted. Cotton balers can restart automatically or continue cycles without warning, creating serious hazards inside the operating chamber. Workers must strictly follow lockout and tagout procedures, verify zero energy states, and use designated access controls before entering machine zones. Reinforcing training on machine restart risks, enforcing stop work authority, and ensuring clear maintenance protocols are essential measures to prevent similar incidents in material processing facilities. At an industrial production site, a worker was overseeing an active machine during routine operations. While the equipment remained in motion, the worker placed a hand into the operating area to address a perceived issue without first stopping the machine. As a result, the hand made contact with a moving component while the system was still energized. This incident underscores the critical need to never place hands or tools near moving machine components while equipment is operating. All adjustments, inspections, or clearing tasks must only occur after full shutdown and confirmation that all energy sources are isolated. At a steel manufacturing facility in China, a worker was moving materials near a pipe threading machine when an incident occurred. While navigating the area with a mobile container, the worker inadvertently came into contact with the machine while it was in motion. Co-workers quickly stopped the equipment and secured the site. Despite rapid response, the individual later passed away due to the incident. The event underscores how quickly operational hazards can arise in industrial settings when personnel interact with active machinery. Workers should always ensure machines are fully de-energized and verified before performing any tasks nearby. Training on spatial awareness, machine interaction risks, and emergency stop procedures is essential, as is continuous reinforcement of workplace safety culture to prevent similar tragedies. At an industrial recycling facility, a worker was operating a grapple-equipped scrap excavator used to feed material into a scrap baler. During the operation, the worker exited the excavator cab and entered the working area near the baler without fully stopping or isolating the equipment. While the machinery remained active, an incident occurred involving the operating zone of the scrap baler. This incident highlights the critical importance of never entering the operating area of a scrap baler or material processing machine while equipment is energized. Operators must fully shut down and isolate all machinery before exiting the cab or approaching processing zones. Clear lockout procedures, physical barriers around balers, and strict rules requiring operators to remain in the cab during active cycles are essential controls to prevent similar incidents in recycling and scrap handling environments. In addition, regular safety audits and supervision can help ensure that all personnel consistently follow these procedures. Visual warnings, signage, and safety training refreshers should reinforce the dangers of entering active machinery zones. Implementing a buddy system or requiring confirmation from another trained worker before approaching the machine can further reduce risk. Ultimately, creating a culture where safety takes precedence over speed or convenience is critical to preventing accidents and protecting workers' lives.